Question 3. The figure below shows one big square and two small identical squares. This is the big square and two small identical squares. That means these two squares has the same measurement. They have the same length. They are exact same. The length of the big square is thrice the length of the smallest square. What does this mean? Thrice is 3 times. That means the length of the big square is 3 times the length of the smallest square. In other words, if the big square, the length is 3 units, the smallest square, the length is 1 unit. Or you can visualize it this way. For the small square, this length here is 1 unit. Okay, 1 part. But the length of the big square is 3 parts. So 1 part, 2 parts, and then 3 parts. Okay, so this blue line here, which is the length of the big square, has 3 parts. And this red line, which is the length of the smaller square, has only 1 part or 1 unit. In total, this entire line here has 4 units. And that's 24 meters. 24 meters is the actual length. Okay, actual length. 1 meter, 2 meters, 3 meters, so on, up to 24 meters. But this 1 unit is just in parts. So let's just write down what we have found out, that 4 units is equals to 24 meters. Write the unit here so that we can remind ourselves that this is actually real number, is whole numbers. What are we asked to find? We need to find the parameter of the figure. The parameter is the outline. It does not include the lines that are inside. So these are not. Okay, just the outline. Let's go ahead to find what is 1 unit. It will be 24 divided by 4. That's 6 meters. So 1 unit is 6 meters. The property of a square is that a square has equal sides. That means if this is 1 unit, this side is 1 unit, this side will also be 1 unit, this side will also be 1 unit. So they're all 1 unit. Okay, let's just write that down. This is 1 unit, this is 1 unit. And we found out that 1 unit is 6 meters, right? So that means this 1 unit is 6 meters. 1 unit is 6 meters. We have another identical smaller square here. So they have identical length. The sides have identical length, so this is also 6, 6, 6. Now let's consider the big square. This big square, what's the length of the big square? The length of one side is 3 units, right? Okay, so now let's find 3 units. 3 units will be 6 times 3, which is 18 meters. So over here is 18 meters. Okay, this is 1 unit, so this part is 6 meters. So if you look at this big square here, if one side of the big square is 18, this side here will also be 18. Now we are only left to find this part and this part. Okay? So let's see. What shall we do now? This is the side of the big square. This is 18. If I bring this 18 close to here, this whole length is 18, right? And this part is 6. Okay, this part is 6. So how do we find here? This will just be 18 minus 6. What's 18 minus 6? 18 minus 6 is 12. That means this line with the red arrows is 12. Likewise, for here, this horizontal line with the red arrows, we have this length of the big square here, which is 18. Just bring this back first. Now the length of this big square, that's 18. If I bring this up here, this is 18, right? And then we have a 6 here. Okay, I'll just bring this down. Okay, this is 6. So how do we find this horizontal red line with the arrows? It will just be 18 minus 6. Again, 18 minus 6 is 12. So we are able to find the length of all the sides. We just need to add everything together. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 6 sides that are 6 meters. So 6 sides that are 6 meters. That gives us 36. Then we have 2 sides which are 18. So that will be 18 times 2. That gives us 36. And then we have another 2 more sides which are 12 each. So that's 12 times 2, which is 24. And we just need to add 36 plus 36 plus 24. That gives us 96 meters. And that's the final answer.